Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where we are trying to prove that this ratings Raja is maybe not the upstanding citizen he purports himself to be. Hey, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure. Don't try to dodge this issue, Mr. Ratens. The fact is you bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intent. Isn't that right? Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time proving that. What a forced argument defense. I mean, not really. We just don't have any evidence. All you have really proven is not his ill will toward Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed. That's right. I just wanted money, baby. That stacks of cheddar, that's all. After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show. Ooh, wait. So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right? Didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. See, I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Grimari magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes. So yeah, why them specifically? I can't prove it with anything, but the things he said all point to that fact. One thing I've been playing with is I wonder if this 30, 35. I'm wondering if this is actually mysterious. And that's why he's mad. They got someone to stand in for him? I mean, with the mask? So he's in that poster, right? So it would have been like forever ago, though. Yeah, I guess maybe the timeline doesn't add up. But I thought maybe it was something like that. That, like, they set up this prank. He pretended to be mysterious. He actually is mysterious. Ages don't really match all that well. There must be something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Ratens and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them. Hidden? Connection? What is it now? Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice? It's futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims. You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument, you'll wish you had taken me a whole lot more seriously. Will I really? Very well then, do proceed. Did you figure something out, Apollo? Nope, not a thing. What? That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing. If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Ratens? Well, this is the only one that remotely makes any sense. So there's that. He's definitely not Trucy's biggest fan, and I don't think they're dating. Sleight of hand trick Mr. Ratens did during the recess earlier. Who's inside the courthouse? Do you want me to get the bailiff? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't have a camera on me. Yeah. What if Mr. Ratens is a magician too? What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me. Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way. Yeah. Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. The passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism states, "He who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey." That like, who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he isn't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Ratens perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. Well, I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician. You must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? Action as tenuous as that is all it takes. And every magician in the country could potentially bear ill will toward the accused. I guess you're right. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff? You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Pony Pony. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey. A numbskull for a numbskull. Ugh. This numbskull has thick skin, so there. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on. I can think of one person, one magician who has reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has reason to bear a grudge against Troop Grimari. Yes, I was right. Oh? No. No way. Is something wrong, Mr. Justice? Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time. I see him. What sort of evidence do you have for us? Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime. What? And what have you come up with this time, defense? Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Grimari and its name. That puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against Miss Wright. Is it the poster? But there's nothing else that has him. Yeah. Who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice? 13 years ago, the great Mr. Rias belonged to Troop Grimari. But then, the troop ousted him, and Mr. Rias vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir? But Mr. Rias is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect. Nope. But is he really dead? What do you mean, is he really dead? If the fact that Mr. Rias is the victim is what's throwing you off, how about we consider this possibility? What if the man who died on the stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Rias? Somebody say something. What? You mean the victim was an imposter? He knows. Not Mr. Rias. What about the real Mr. Rias? It would mean the real Mr. Rias is still alive. Absurd. Is it though? Mr. Justice, who is the real Mr. Rias if not the victim of this case? Oh, I got it. Got it. It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick, the trick to this entire case. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated Troop Grimari and wanted to sully its name. Ooh, wait, hold up. I wish I could bring up evidence right now. I just noticed something. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mr. Rias in his stead. The real Mr. Rias is... isn't it?
Take that!
But that's... Yes, it is. Roger Ratens is the real Mr. Rias. What? Him?
Objection.
O hollow red pepper, your impotent seeds sprout naught but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory.
Not a bad idea for a soap opera, but not even diehard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot.
You want proof? Well, I've got proof. I can prove it by... Yeah. Proving that the Mr. Rias in yesterday's magic show is a fake. Alright, check it. Can I go back to the court record? Yep, that's his right arm. Okay, yeah, he's got marks on his arm. And there's no marks. Is that where we're going? And to do that, I just need you to look at this spot on the poster. Oop, hold on. Already 10 steps ahead of you, Apollo.
Take that!
Hopefully that's close enough.
Yeah!
This is the injury Mr. Rias sustained while practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However, the video the victim shot of himself shows no trace of that injury.
No, you're absolutely right.
Now, Mr. Raytons, what do you suppose we'd find if we took a look at your right forearm? Is there by chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours? Not sweating it. Well, Mr. Raytons, why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Or are you hiding something else up there?
Come on now, I have nothing up my sleeve. I don't need to hide anything up there because I require no tricks or gimmicks. For you see, my magic is the real deal.
Oh, no, it is there.
Is this what you were hoping to see?
Yep. Oh, there it is, the scar. Just as I thought.
That's right, I am the forgotten magician, abandoned to the dark understage of history. The great Mr. Rias.
This is totally absurd. What's the matter? I thought you knew everything that was going to happen in this trial and everything I was going to argue. Maybe you're full of crap.
How ironic, wouldn't you say? That this odious mark carved into me by Troop Grimari would bring me back into the limelight once more.
Strange are the karmic threads before me. The witness is the real Mr. Rias, then who is the victim who perished in the magic show?
He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several years ago. Said he had become a magician out of admiration for the great Mr. Rias. In confidence, I told him my true identity and let him take on my mantle. When did this man take over for you? About 2 years ago, I taught him my tricks and even acted as his producer. And so a mere amateur became a popular magician overnight. Courtesy of my magic on the stage we call television. I hope you enjoyed the show. You really had us all fooled.
Mr. Raytons, or should I say, Mr. Rias. In your hatred of Troop Grimari, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery. And then set up Miss Wright to take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Grimari name.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, that much is true, but it was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. Yet she learned of the plan and made use of it to commit murder. That is how strongly the criminal element runs in the blood of these Grimaris.
But if it was a secret prank plan that very few people knew about, couldn't you have been the one to use it for murder instead?
Yeah.
Yikes! His head.
Just kidding.
What the heck was that?
Heed my words, lawyer lad, for I fear your grasp on reality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real. It employs neither tricks nor gimmicks.
Enough of the ambiguity. Why don't you make your point already?
My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Yes, I suppose that is correct. The witness does have a solid alibi. What? Recall defense that at the time of the magic show, Mr. Raytons was at Take-Two TV. A fact that many people can easily attest to. That's right, I forgot all about that.
Oh. So what do you think, Your Honor? Would you like me to testify on the matter? Yes, I think you'd better. Please tell the court more about your alibi. Very well then, on with the show. You watching Magnifique Ramari? The time has finally come for my magic to snuff out your precious pedigree. The Grimari line will be no more.
Should he have fire in here? I'm concerned that he has fire in here.
I was at the TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. There it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth.
That's gonna be hard.
You understand now, perhaps? I did not grace the theater with my presence until after the incident, so how could I have committed the murder?
Staff did say he was there at the station, but sure does sound like a rock-solid alibi. But that can't be right. If Mr. Raytons is the killer, then he had to have been at the theater. There's gotta be a hole somewhere in his story.
I assure you there are no holes on Mr. Reyes' stage. No tricks, no gimmicks. True magic doesn't need trapdoors to escape through. Do enjoy my show to the fullest. And my real alibi.
I feel like we've had a lot of fire in courtrooms lately, and it never works out.
Hold it!
Right. But you did come to the theater eventually, isn't that right? Yeah, after you, dummy.
Indeed, anxious to see how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theater. Let's see, my journey took about 10 minutes by car.
Actually have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim?
Allow me to stab at reading your mind. Aha! Could I have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim?
Oh, no.
But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. The driver's a big fan of the ratings, Raja. I even gave him my card.
Gave the driver his card. That was very clever of him. Yeah.
You might as well give it up, lad. Questioning real magic is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident.
Hold it!
Okay. What was this other TV show you were working on?
My own special project, you see. One moment. Perhaps this is more appropriate. It's a Ratings Raja special production. Yeah, hang loose, baby. It's called Desperation Regeneration.
Switch personas just to say that? What's the show about?
Washed-up has-been singers and comedians get together and play musical chairs. The winner of the game is given a second chance at their career. Priceless prize for chumps who washed up too early in life. Sounds great, right?
Just you appear on that show, Mr. Justice. I was waiting for that. As the ex-lawyer who used to make ridiculous bluffs in court and faded sadly into obscurity. Let the Ratings Raja produce my TV debut? Not in this lifetime. You have great reactions, who knows? TV might be your true calling. Hey, whose side are you on?
In any case, I was overseeing production of this program during the Penrose performance.
I do doubt your claim. How do we know those staff members aren't in cahoots with you?
I make it my business to perform solo. My magic has neither need nor want of assistance. After all, one of them could reveal the secrets behind my magic, could they not?
That's true. The more people that know, like, the worse off he is. Yeah, that's hard to argue with. He doesn't trust anybody, huh? He's the complete opposite of Trucy. There were many people in the studio audience who saw the witness as well. Even if he had been able to persuade his own staff to cover for him, he could not have convinced so many complete strangers to do the same. He really has made a rock-solid alibi for himself. Yeah, it's almost too good, you know? He It's eerie how perfect it is. Right, like handing out his card.
It's all been revealed to you now.
And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth.
Hold it!
I've got it! Do you have a brother? A brother that looks exactly like you, maybe?
Again with the twin business. You think the audience will let you get away with using the same gimmick twice in a row?
Or would you argue that I wouldn't use the same gimmick twice in a row so you could get away with using the same gimmick twice in a row? I'm on to you. If you do not believe him defense, why not investigate for yourself? I'm sure your efforts will prove to be thoroughly fruitless. Yeah, I guess the twin theory is a little far-fetched. Wait, what? His alibi really is airtight. Wait.
I believe we've heard enough. While I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant, there's no reason to doubt that he was at the TV station at the time of the incident.
Yes, the facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this crime. These last rites for the victim have dragged on long enough. The soul of the victim himself is so bored that it is resting on top of Your Honor's head. What? That's not how that works.
It is?
The time has come. Let us punish the sinner and guide the victim's soul to the Twilight Realm. Apollo, Juicy will be thrown in prison, and we'll be out of a job. But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at a good price? Hold you, I have absolutely zero intention of going off on a tuna boat. Wait. Think, Justice, you have to figure this out. It's no use. What? I can't find a single flaw. So what now?
Behold my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mysterious. And stay for my grand illusion until the end of time.
Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his? Yeah. That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're making something else happen. Alright, that makes sense. But what do we have to show that he wasn't at the station? What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is. Right. So, I get it, but how does that help? Could it be? You know what, Mr. Ratons? I guess we have all been spectators to the elaborate illusion you've prepared for us. An illusion that has subtly turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see.
What are you going on about, lad?
You got something, Apollo? I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says is there really isn't, and what they say isn't there actually is. So he wasn't there at the station, and he was at the theater, but what do we have that's going to show that he wasn't at the theater? If we've all been taken for a ride by Mr. Rayton's magic, then maybe he's made us see something that wasn't really there. It's time to rethink all of my assumptions about this case. What have we been made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we been taken to be the absolute facts of this case? I have no idea where he's going with this. If I reevaluate the validity of all of these things, then just maybe... Athena, there's something uncanny about this case. Yeah, we'll just find out what that is in the next episode. Hope you're looking forward to that. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. I'm very happy I was right about Rayton's being mysterious. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that sooner or like throw that theory out there sooner, but at least I got there. All right. Hope you're all enjoying this. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.